Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, July 25th. I'm Melissa Wright.
And I'm Janine Samuels. Thanks for joining us. Well, two cell phone giants may be about to get together. The Justice Department has approved a merger between T-Mobile and Sprint. The settlement allows them to sell some assets to Dish Network, creating a new carrier. A coalition of state attorneys general have filed motions to block the merger, saying it's a bad deal for consumers. Maryland Attorney General spoke with CTV's Danielle Irby at his office in downtown Baltimore.
Maryland Attorney General Brian Frost joined dozens of other attorneys generals in opposing this deal, and he's going to tell us why.
They are reducing the major carriers of cell service from 4 to 3. That's bad for consumers. It's going to raise prices. They're saying we're going to bring Dish Network in to start selling cell phone service, and somehow that will mitigate the damage that they're doing. It just ain't so. It's a fig leaf. They're trying to cover up the ugly fact that this is going to cost consumers.
So now, who do you think is going to be most harmed by this? You mentioned in one of your opposition points, low-income cell phone customers. Can you expand on that?
Yes, there are folks who buy their cell phone packages prepaid because they can't afford a monthly charge, and this is the cheapest package they can get. And Sprint and T-Mobile are the two companies that compete, and they drive prices down. They compete with each other. They keep prices low for consumers. So when you put them together, that means fewer choices for folks at the bottom end of the market.
So now that the deal is done, I know this was a long, hard fight. Any advice to cell phone customers?
Well, let me say this. The deal ain't done. We have a lawsuit that we've filed. New York and California are leading, as are a number of other AGs, and we're still fighting. It's not over. We think this is clearly a violation of the antitrust laws, and we hope we can stop it.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've heard from the Attorney General that the deal is not done. It's not over until it's over, as they say. The Justice Department maintains that this merger will enhance service for customers and also advance U.S. leadership in the next generation of cell phone service. Danielle Irby in Baltimore, CTV News.
Now, if the deal goes through, it would combine T-Mobile's nearly 80 million customers and Sprint's more than 54 million subscribers under one carrier.
Take a look at your screen. This video shows the beating of a Baltimore police civilian employee. According to police, it occurred early Wednesday morning when this 59-year-old man was walking on Albemarle Street in East Baltimore. As you can see, two people approach the victim on scooters, and a third person arrives on foot who knocks him down, repeatedly kicks him in the head, and then steals the victim's car keys. Authorities are offering up to $30,000 in rewards for details leading to an arrest of the two men and women. Call 866-7-LOCK-UP with information on this incident.
A surge of Cyclospora outbreaks across the state leads to an investigation by the Maryland Health Department. Of the 42 lab-confirmed cases this year, 37 were reported in the last 2 weeks over several jurisdictions. Cyclospora is an intestinal illness linked to imported fresh produce. People can become infected from consuming food or water contaminated with feces that contain the parasite. Symptoms include diarrhea, nausea, and fatigue, which could last a few days or potentially longer than a month. This is all part of an overall recent rise of these infection cases across the United States.